How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's a little bit of a later one for me today, but England have dropped their squad earlier today, and what a change. This is such a risky move, and it's Borthwick making excuses for dropping Marcus Smith. And yes, he has dropped Marcus Smith. This is a big, big one. Honestly, Marcus Smith is quite possibly one of their only world-class, like truly elite players in their squad, and he's on the bench. Borthwick is making big plays. I don't know if this is a tactical decision. Maybe um, maybe Marcus has picked up a little bit of a knock and they're waiting. But Borthwick's excuse was they are they're going to leave him come on as an impact player once once Italy's tired. He's going to come on and he's going to do his bits. But to me, that just sounds like an excuse. Um, to me, it seems like Marcus has lost his place as a 10 to Finn Smith. It seems like Borthwick prefers Finn over Marcus. We've seen Elliot Daly come in, who is a lot more experienced, but he can also be very inconsistent at times. So could this be a tactical ploy? Maybe use Elliot Daly's kicking experience, his kicking ability. We know how much of a massive boot Elliot Daly does have because the guy can bang in, penalties from 50 meters out quite easily. So it's going to be an interesting one to see how he's going to play because obviously in terms of Elliot Daly coming in at 15, Elliot Daly is a very good player. He's very quick. He's, like I say, he's got a lot of experience. He's not the best at tacklers. He can oftentimes go missing. He can he can sometimes he can really struggle up against bigger, stronger opponents. And this Italy squad is a very big and strong opponent. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's able to play up against a lot of these Italian players. Honestly, I don't know. It's a risky move. Obviously, Borthwick does have something in mind. He does have a plan in mind. I just honestly feel that he has not found Marcus's position. And to me, Marcus is not he's not an impact player. He's not a player that's going to come on with 15 minutes to go and come in redlining and making that big difference. Marcus, he grows into the game, he feels the game, he works it out, and then he becomes destructive because he's able to play. I just don't see him coming on and causing absolute destruction from word go. But I want to hear what you guys think in relation to that. Pop your comments in the comment section below, as I want to hear what you think as to what the genuine reason could be behind Marcus being benched. Yes, it is Italy. It's not like one of the bigger games. Potentially, they are resting Marcus, for another game. But it is kind of odd to see Marcus being on the bench, considering he's one of England's best players. So it's just something that crossed my mind. I want to hear what you guys have to think about this. But taking that out of the way, we are seeing a couple different changes. We are seeing Fraser Dingwall come in, which I am absolutely happy to see. Being a Saints fan, which is pretty much a full Saints back, is kind of crazy because we have what now, like 6 Saints. So we have Mitchell, Finsmith, Slightholm, Dingwall, and Freeman. Yeah, sorry, five. Five. Tommy Freeman, Fraser Dingwall, Ollie Slightholm, Finn Smith, Alex Mitchell. Yeah, so it's going to be brilliant. We've seen what they are capable of doing. We've seen what Tommy Freeman and what Ollie Slightholm are capable of doing. They are brilliant when it comes to bringing people into traffic, disrupting the ball, putting pressure on their opposing numbers, making them double guess or making them double think, putting them under that intense pressure to make them cause mistakes. We saw them up against BRA. We've seen them up against Scotland. They can do wonders. So yeah, that's going to be absolutely brilliant. Then having the halfback, pairing in terms of Finn Smith at fly half, Alex Mitchell at uh, scrum half. It's gonna be beautiful because obviously they know each other. They work day in, day out with each other. They know how they think, what kind of runs they make, how they play, what they're most likely to do. These are all things that are going to impact the game quite heavily, especially up against a relatively well drilled Italian side who are not going to be easy to break down. So I don't know how they're going to be playing this, if they're going to use Elliot Daly's big kicking experience, those big balls, having Freeman being brilliant under the ball to really make his mark and then start driving. So I don't know. Um, it's a weird decision for me to have Elliot Daly there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not happy. I'm not unhappy to see Elliot Daly there. Obviously, he's got tons of experience. He works very well under pressure. Um, he's got like Six Nations experience. He's got World Cup experience as well. So yeah, it's just confuses me about Marcus. But that's me really getting hung up on that. Oh, we are also seeing Jamie George come in. He's making his 100th cap. I'm so happy to see him getting that 100th cap. Personally, I think Borthwick is just doing that for him to get his 100th cap. Um, don't get me wrong, Jamie George isn't a brilliant player. I'd find him better as an impact player, though. A player that's going to come on with 20 minutes to go and start smashing in heads. I don't believe he has the legs for a full 80 minutes. So it's going to be interesting to see how long he lasts out in the game and to be effective in the game. Especially up against the monstrous forwards um, that Italy have. When you're talking about like Negri, Nicotera, you have Ferrari. These are all ridiculously strong forwards. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Obviously, Italy are going to be playing their kicking game as we have grown to, as we've grown to expect. But this is a pretty strong side. Obviously, we're seeing Itoje at 4, Chessum at 5, the usual of Tom Curry, Tom Willis, and Ben Earl coming in. Obviously, they're going to be working their game. They're going to be jackling. They're going to be pushing for possession. They're going to be trying to make Italy make as much mistakes as possible. And when you have a player like the Terminator, Tom Curry, there, and having Italy being relatively prone to making mistakes, I think we are going to see a lot of penalties here. And we are potentially going to see Elliot Daly coming in as the number one kicker and kind of trying to outplay Italy in terms of their points game, right? Because we see players like Tom Curry, Tom Willis, Ben Earl forcing those penalties, forcing those handling errors. Next thing you know, you have a penalty come, let's say 40 meters out. Who are you going to have? Who are you going to call? Not Ghostbusters. You're going to be calling Elliot Daly, right? Because he's going to bang those in. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this is gonna play out, because we could even see Jack van Poortvliet come on later on in the game and really close off the game. I doubt they're going to be putting him on if they're like really struggling, if Italy are really putting that pressure and it's a deadlock game. I can't see them bring Van Poortvliet on. But if England are kind of cruising, they got their ball working, they're playing well, I could definitely see him coming on at some point. Same thing with Joe Hayes. So yeah, this is all in all a pretty good squad. Yes, a couple unexpected changes. Yes, I'm happy to see Fraser Dingwall come in, but I do like seeing this England squad working from. You guys might hate me for this, but I like seeing, well, having 5, 6, bloody Saints players, having 4, 5, 6 Saracens players. We look at France, majority of their teams coming from Toulouse or Bordeaux. We look at Italy, a majority of their teams are coming from Italian teams. You have like Benetton. So I think it builds for better cohesion. It builds for a stronger squad. It helps because everybody knows each other week in, week out. So there's a lot less stylistically that they have to improve on. There's a lot less of getting to know each other that they have to work with, and ultimately they play better because they played under similar systems, right? So having your four forwards from the Saracens, they already know each other. They know how each other thinks. They know how they work. That helps a lot, especially when it comes onto the backs. When you have that halfback pairing of Alex Mitchell and Finn Smith, they will be playing drills they've done a million times in practice, right? They would have seen Tommy Freeman run certain runs a million times in practice. Same thing with Ollie Slightholm. We're going to see the likes of Fraser Dingwall then pairing up with them at the back. Again, running lines, making routes, ball carrying, knowing exactly what to expect, what he's going to do. So they are able to anticipate the next move. And this is something that Alex Mitchell and Finn Smith are going to need to do very well. They're going to need to anticipate every single aspect of the game. They not only need to figure out what Italy are doing, they're going to need to figure out exactly what their players are doing and how best to cover and support them, and then to make those passes. Keep it simple, play out those balls, and really keep that game flowing. We do see Italy, they do struggle, especially when it comes down to like higher end phase play, which I can potentially see England going for, and then using the kicking game to work those up and unders, gain territory, use the likes of Freeman being so powerful in the air to to break lines using crossfield kicks, and then gaining territory. Um, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game to see. I'm quite excited to see this, especially considering Borthwick is changing things up. Could this backfire in his face? Potentially, yes. Do I think it will? No. I think this should be a relatively routine win for England, but anything's possible at the end of the day. This is England. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Why do you think Marcus Smith was axed from the 15? Is it tactical? Is it injury? Maybe there was a falling out. Maybe Borthwick doesn't know where he wants to play Marcus, and he's kind of trying to figure out and working on the players. But we are seeing players playing in their natural positions, which is lovely to see. We want to see players that, as a 15, they're playing as 15. We want to see players playing as a 10 as a 10. You don't want to see a 12 playing as a 9, a 15 playing as a 10 or an 11 or a 14. You don't want to see Marcus playing at a 9, 10, 15, where they're going to put him 12, 13 as well. Play players in their position. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, please like and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow. And on that note, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.